would you tell us your name and spell both names for the record, please?
Kylie Clark, Kylleeclark.
And what city do you currently live in?
American Fork.
Have you lived in American Fork for a length of time?
We've been there about 6 years.
Were you in Utah County before that?
Yeah.
How
Born
long?
and raised in Alpine my whole life.
Okay. And you said your whole life. Do you have family also in the area?
We do. My husband's family lives in Utah County, some of them. My grandparents live in Highland. Kacee was in Highland. I've got an aunt in Saratoga. We've got some cousins around that live in Utah County as well.
All right. And you mentioned Kacee. Who was Kacee to you?
My sister.
Do you have any other siblings?
I do not.
Can I show you Exhibit 9? It always blinks on and off for a minute while it's trying to wake up. Okay. Do you recognize who is depicted in that exhibit?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Kacee and Bella.
Do you recall when that photograph was taken?
It's probably 5 years, maybe. I don't know.
Is that a photo that you had of Kacee?
Yes.
The state moves to admit Exhibit 9.
No objection.
Court receives states Exhibit 9. Wish to publish?
Please, Judge. All right, you had mentioned that this is Kacee with Bella. Who's Bella?
Her baby.
That would be the dog.
The dog.
And you say her baby. Why do you say it that way?
Because that dog meant more to Kacee than anybody.
How did that attachment express itself to you?
Oh, there would be times that I'd ask her if she wanted to go to lunch or to a movie or something, and she didn't want to leave Bella home alone. So she did not. She loved that dog, and that dog was the first thing, top priority to her.
When you listed the family that you had in the area, you didn't mention parents. Did you? What happened to your parents?
They both passed away.
When did you lose your mom?
August 1989.
1989. How old were you at the time?
I had just turned 5.
How old was Kacee?
3.
What was your mom's cause of death? Do you recall that?
Complications from a kidney transplant.
Okay. Was that a long, sort of stressful end of life for your mom?
Yeah, we were both young, but that's all I remember is hospital.
Okay. And what about your father? You said he had passed away also.
Yeah.
When did he go?
He passed away February 15th, 2011.
All right. So at that time, if I can do math, which is always questionable. Nope, I can't. How old would you have been?
How old would I have been?
Yeah.
Mid-20s.
And what about Kacee?
She's 15 months younger than me, so.
So early 20s for her. And what was his cause of death?
He had congestive heart failure, and it was acute liver failure that was rapid within a few days. There wasn't anything that they could do. It was just on set. And by the time we got him to the hospital, it was too late to do anything.
Who took over for your mom once she died when you were little?
I always tell everybody we were like full house. We didn't have we had a Jesse and Danny and everybody, but we had aunts and uncles that stepped in. My grandparents helped us a lot. My dad was a single dad. He never remarried, and he just raised me and Kacee by himself. And so we had aunts and uncles. We were lucky enough to have our cousins that lived a few doors down that, were like extra siblings to us. And we had people in our ward that stepped up. And we didn't have a mom, but we had family that stepped in for sure.
How would you describe your relationship with this extended family? Well, your and Casey's relationship with this extended family.
We were all really, really close.
Okay. And how did that express itself?
There was always an ongoing thing. My dad would say randomly, like once or twice a month, "Hey, somebody get a cake. It's somebody's birthday in the world today, so stop at the store and grab a cake." And we'd meet at our house, and cousins would all filter in, and we'd have cake. And that was just our way of always, getting everybody together. We were,
Having a reason to gather.
yeah, it was somebody's birthday in the world, so we had cake.
You have been present through this trial so far. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And Mr. Williams had mentioned that typically witnesses are kept outside until they testify. You
Correct.
have not stayed outside.
No,
Why?
because I am the only left living in our family.
Okay, you are the representative for Kacee.
Yes.
Right. And so you just recently now have heard your family dynamic described as being abusive to Kacee.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
No.
Were your grandparents abusive to her?
No.
Were you?
No.
Any other family members mean or abusive to Kacee?
No.
Okay. Up until 2024, up and through 2024, what was your relationship like with Kacee?
She was my little sister. I mean, my whole life I've grown up with her. We shared the same clothes. We shared the same friends. She was a daily part of my life.
Did you communicate frequently?
Yeah,
How-
almost daily.
I'm sorry to be upsetting to you.
Okay,
If you need a minute, just let me know,
I'm
okay?
good, thanks.
How did you communicate with Kacee?
She would call throughout the day, but every day when I would drive home, I would have a 40-minute commute or so, and I would talk to her on my way home.
Did you share personal information and hopes and wants and dreams and all that kind of stuff?
We just, sure, yeah. I mean, we talked about everything.
How often were you able to see each other in person?
Not as much as I would have liked,
Why was that?
because she was sick, and I have 4 kids, and I work full-time.
And when you say she was sick, what do you mean by that?
For cancer,
So she told you she had cancer?
yes.
When did she tell you
Maybe around 2015-ish.
2015? What did she tell you about it?
She had leukemia.
And how did you respond?
I asked her how I could help, what we needed to do.
Did you see any evidence of receiving treatment for cancer?
Yeah, she had a port, she had a bunch of medical supplies. I took her to doctor's appointments, picked up prescriptions for her.
All right. And you understood all of those to be related to treatment for cancer?
Yes,
Were you aware of her kidney issues?
yes.
What did you know about that?
When Kacee was 3 weeks old, she had a bowel blockage and her bowel perforated. And so they had to do emergency surgery on her. And at that time, they found that she only had one kidney, one fallopian tube, and one ovary.
Okay. Did that cause her any health considerations as she was growing up?
No. With diabetes running in our family and her only having one kidney, it was common that my grandma would check our blood often, just to make sure that, we were in line.
All right. So you had family members that were engaged and concerned about your and Kacee's medical conditions?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Did you have any other awareness of any other medical conditions that Kacee had besides the kidney and the cancer?
I know that she had always complained about endometriosis and heavy bleeding. Her knees bothered her a lot.
Okay. What type of symptomology did she, other than the heavy bleeding, did she experience or did she express to you about the endometriosis? Was that a painful condition to her?
Yeah,
And what about the knees?
yeah,
Also painful?
yes.
What did she do about those issues?
She had surgeries for both of them.
When was the surgery for her knees?
A couple weeks prior to her death, she had surgery on one knee and plans to have surgery on the other knee after she healed.
What was your understanding of what the surgery was for, other than just it was for her knees? What did you understand that surgery to do for her?
Improve her quality of life.
Was it just to fix a problem, or did she have a knee replacement, or what was your understanding of the surgery?
It was bone on bone and very painful for her. It limited her into, even going up the stairs at my grandparents' house, she had a hard time walking. She had a hard time taking Bella out to the point where she would just go out on the patio with Bella instead of being able to take her up and to the yard. They bought her a little leash that was in the ground by the stairs, so at least Bella could run up the stairs and go potty and then come back down. So it did limit.
And you saw that yourself, that her
Yes.
movement was difficult and painful?
Yeah.
Were you aware of any mental health issues with Kacee?
No.
What about anxiety or depression?
Yes.
You knew her to have those. What did she do about those situations?
She'd call me. It could even be 2 o'clock in the morning and she would call in a panic attack, and I took many phone calls out on my living room couch in the middle of the night so I didn't wake my husband up, or in our closet. I'd just get up and go, and sometimes it would be an hour that we just sit and talk.
Did that anxiety or panic attack situation continue throughout her adult life?
Yes.
so she still suffered that at the time she died.
Yes.
And what about depression?
Off and on, yes.
Did she ever, how did depression, how did you see that affecting her?
It would come in phases. When her health was bad and she couldn't do the things that she was wanting to do. There was a time where she didn't have a job, she didn't have a car. And when you're stuck at home and you don't feel good and you don't have the energy to go out with friends, you don't have a car to go to the gas station to get a drink, and you're just home, it can take a toll on you.
And what would she say to you about that?
Not really anything other than she was going to get her knee fixed, and then Mark ended up getting her a job, and then things just turned around for her. Me and her ex-husband were able to get her a car, and she just had her life turned back around, and she had her car, she had her freedom. She was feeling a lot better after her surgery.
Okay, let me come back to that. Did she ever express to you in the times that she had down times that you mentioned, any intent or desire to die by suicide?
No,
Did she ever express any plan to die by suicide?
no,
Did she ever ask for your help in dying by suicide?
no.
You said that she had her life back. She'd gotten a car, she'd gotten her knee fixed, she had a job. How soon before her death did all of that happen?
Within a year.
All right, and so on or before August 12th, 2024, what did you perceive Kacey's attitude about life to be?
Happy. She was a lot more upbeat than I had seen her in a long time.
And how long had that been the case? Been happier?
For a year or two before she passed.
All right. Was your relationship with Kacee close enough that you feel she would have confided in you if suicide intention was an issue?
Yes.
Were you familiar with her friends?
Yes.
Who were they?
Her best friend is Michelle Tingy, and then she had Meggan, Liz. There were a couple other girls from work, but I don't remember their names. It might have been, they went to dinner or something, but those weren't her, close friends. They were more work friends.
You've heard Meggan being described as Kacey's best friend. Was that your perception of their relationship?
No.
What was your perception?
They started off as good friends, but their relationship throughout the years changed a lot.
Okay, let me ask you when they met. Do you know that? Do you recall?
I believe it was a couple years after my dad died, so maybe around 2013 or 14.
Okay. And you said they were close at first. How did Kacee express that to you?
They were roommates. Kacee had an apartment in Lehigh, and for a little while she lived there alone, and then she told me that she was going to have a girl come that she works with move in with her.
Was that the first time you'd heard about Meggan?
Yes.
Was when she said Meggan was gonna move in with her?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's a yes?
Yes.
Okay. And how did things develop from there as far as you could perceive?
I mean, they were friends, they worked together. At that time, things were good for about a year, and then Kacee started questioning things a little bit, whether she trusted Meggan or not about a procedure she had done. I guess that was closer to when she was about ready to get married, is when things kind of started getting, Kacee was questioning their real friendship. She felt like Meggan was lying to her.
All right. And so you said that Meggan moved out. Do you recall roughly when that was?
I don't.
After Meggan moved out, did that seem to improve their relationship?
Maybe I don't know. At that point, they just worked together is all I knew of. I didn't know, like, how often they hung out or did anything.
All right. Were you aware of Kacee moving back in with Meggan and her husband at some point?
Yes.
Do you recall when that happened?
So after she lived in Lehigh in the apartments, Meggan and Mitch got married. Kacee couldn't afford to live there by herself, so I helped her get a place with another friend, Liz, in Provo. She lived there for a couple of years with Liz and then moved to Meggan, so it would have been maybe around 2015, I don't know, maybe 18.
Okay. I know it's hard to remember years.
Maybe 18, yeah.
Okay. Why did she discontinue living with Liz, do you know?
The renters so Kacee lived in the upstairs of the house and Liz lived in the bottom. And the renters, I think, were trying to up their rent cost or something, and they just couldn't afford to live there anymore.
All right. So she went from living with Liz then to moving into Meggan and Mitch's home. How did you perceive their relationship during that time?
Kacee moved in, from what she told me, she moved in to help babysit Porter. That it was kind of a win-win for both of them. It was a place for her to stay and also a babysitter for Meggan's son.
All right. If, and I may be wrong on the year, it sounds to me from previous testimony that Porter was 5 in 2024, which would make his birth date somewhere in 2019. Does that help you pin down when Kacee moved in with Meggan and her husband?
You're not right. I don't know if it's purposeful, but stays left. For sure. The exhibit of.
Oh, I'm sorry, we can take that down.
Probably not. It didn't show up on my screen, so I didn't realize. I don't think it's.
Is your monitor not working?
I don't know. We'll jog it again. It wasn't on. That's why I didn't realize that the picture to make a record of it. What exhibit is it?
9.
Exhibit 9 has been shown.
It's off now.
I don't think. I'm just trying to get everyone's attention to it. It's been remedied. Thank you.
Apologies. Do you remember the question I just asked? Oh, too bad.
I'm sorry.
I asked if that reminded you about when she would have moved in with Mitch and Meggan.
Yeah, Porter was little, within probably the first year.
Okay. So probably 2019 to 2020-ish?
Yeah.
All right. Did you ever discuss a DNR or a power of attorney with Kacee?
Yes, she didn't have one,
How do you know that?
because she told me.
Why did you discuss it?
Because she told me that her cancer was getting worse, and so I told her we needed to get some things lined up, knowing that I'm her only person. I would probably be the one that would have to pay for all the finances and things like that. So I asked her if we could go to lunch one day and sit down and her tell me what her wishes were.
Did you have that lunch?
We did.
Do you
Yes.
recall when that happened?
Around 2020.
All right. And during that conversation, that is when she told you she did not have a DNR?
Correct.
Did she intend to have one ordered, entered?
Not that I was ever aware of.
Did she indicate to you whether you or somebody else would be a power of attorney?
No.
What else did you discuss at that? Well, but never mind. Let me just try to cut some time here. And that was about in 2020. Did you ever discuss it again after that point in time?
A few little things here and there, like I could never get an answer out of her about what kind of treats she wanted, if there was an outfit that she wanted to, wear, or little things like that. But the main things that we talked about, not really.
All right. And you're talking about funeral plans right now?
Correct.
Having known her for her entire life and most of your life, who would you have expected that she would appoint for either a power of attorney or a DNR?
Me?
You just described yourself as her only person.
Yes.
From your communications with her, did you understand there to be anybody else in her life that would have fit that role?
No.
How would you describe her interactions with Meggan from 2020 on, as far as you observed?
From 2020 on? A lot of fear from Kacee.
Fear in what way?
That she would make Meggan mad.
Why did that make her afraid?
I'm not sure. She was always worried that anything she would do would make Meggan mad. And that was her biggest fear, of Meggan being mad at her, letting Meggan down.
That request foundation.
Sure. Did you and Kacee have any discussions about her relationship with Meggan from 2020 on?
We've had multiple talks, yeah.
Would that be on the phone or in person or by text or Facebook or some other means?
All of the above.
Okay. And during those conversations, did she express to you her feelings about Meggan?
Yes.
And what kinds of expressions did she convey to you?
Meggan and Kacee were close, and then their relationship changed. Kacee felt like she lost her friend. She would tell me that she felt like she just couldn't die fast enough for Meggan's liking, and that their relationship changed from being a friend that used to call to check on her with sincere reason or take her to lunch. All it was, how's your health? It always went back. She told me multiple times, I wish I just had my friend back, and that everything isn't just health.
Did you and Kacee ever have any conversations about life insurance? me show you, it has not been admitted yet, so just for the witness, Exhibit 30, please.
Did you say 30?
30, yes. Okay, is that up in front of you now?
Yes,
Do you recognize this document?
I do.
Have you seen this specific document before?
I have one like it with my name on it.
Okay. And so, other than, well, let me ask you, on your document that's like it, is it there the same date up in the upper left-hand corner?
Yes,
And the same caption at the top or title with a policy number?
yes.
Is your policy number the same or different?
I am not sure.
Okay. Below that is a line that says benefits provided, and then going across amount and benefit. Is that the same on your document?
Yes,
And then what is listed underneath there, is yours the same other than the name?
Judge, I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
And
is
I
your-
apologize to counsel.
Is the
We
monitor
are having
still
a
on?
problem with the screen, and I don't want to be fidgeting and distracting the jury while counsel's doing her examination, and so I'm stopping doing that instead. No. It's going to a yellow, seems to maybe be going into a sleep mode or something. The light turns yellow and won't stay on green. I can probably live with it till the break, and then I'll stop fidgeting around and trying to fix it,
Let's
so it's
get
not a
it,
distraction.
let's get it done. Let's get it fixed. Let's take a break right now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, and let's get it done.